Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I'm here with a very troubling story. You're looking at the title of this video, and right away you notice something is wrong, something's amiss, something is not quite right here, and that is very true. You see, a YouTuber by the name of Shirrako he's recently been reinstated, but he was banned for 24 hours. And you might be asking, what horrible violation of the YouTube community guidelines did he commit? What did this guy say? Did he bully somebody? Did he threaten somebody during a live stream? And I have to respond to those questions and say absolutely not. What the guy did was he beat up an NPC. Yeah, that's right. Shirrako beat up an NPC. This big YouTuber, something like 500,000 subscribers, if so. You know, he does funny streams, and so what he did is he posted a portion of his latest stream where he beats up a female NPC, feeds her to pigs, and then ties her to the railroad tracks in Red Dead Redemption 2. And so this caused a stir among YouTube because pretty much his subs loved it. There was thumbs down, but it was mostly a positive reaction. And the thing is, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a video game. And he found himself banned out of nowhere when YouTube caught wind of this video. I don't know if it was an algorithm. I don't know what the case may be. I have a problem with that too on YouTube as well, where all of a sudden, you know, a video will be demonetized out of nowhere. Then, you know, a split second later, the demonetization is lifted. Especially when they say that demonetizations are not looked at until your video receives 1,000 views. So that's really interesting. There's a lot of you know, gray areas when it comes to really analyzing this demonetization policy and exactly what the algorithm looks for. But people have been trying to analyze that on YouTube for a very long time. But the thing is, what it all comes down to, the moral of the story is, how the fuck do you get banned for beating up a character in a video game? It's not real life. It's not a real person. It's not like during a live stream he threatened to beat somebody up. It's not like he hurled racial slurs or something like that. You know, like what some of the cases in the past have been. When it's come to people getting banned, it's usually like their real life actions. No, it was his actions in a video game. And the thing is, what this NPC was is something that needs to be talked about, exactly what character this NPC, this non-playable character, this character in a video game represented. It was a women's rights activist, and, you know, she's shouting for her right to vote, you know, during times of suffrage. And, you know, Shirrako got, you know, annoyed at this because he was trying to buy something from a store in his live stream, and the NPC kept shouting and shouting. And so, to be funny, you know, he killed this NPC, threw her to the pigs, and tied her to the railroad tracks, and it was all in good fun. You know, people cheered during his live stream. I think maybe it might have also been on Twitch, whatever the case may be, but it wasn't really during the live stream that caused the stir. It's when he posted the video separately to his YouTube channel, when it was no longer a live stream, when it was just a regular recorded video. So the thing is, like, really, I mean, banning somebody over what their actions in a video game, a violent video game, a game that not only is rated M for mature, but also you predominantly kill men in this. The small little bit that you hurt women, you know, where it's pretty much optional. It's funny that they chose to pick on that one thing. So that, like, one moment was too much. And here's also the really funny thing. So they reinstated the guy. They lifted the ban. And the thing what's really funny about this is the reason why they said they lifted the ban is because they said they realize that all YouTubers make mistakes. Now, notice something there. Notice the language. Notice what was just said there in that particular statement that I just spoke. Not that they made a mistake, but that he made a mistake. That he made a mistake. But by doing what he did in the game, he made a mistake. He shouldn't have hurt that female NPC. I mean, what a horrible guy. He's playing a video game, and, you know, he decides to do something in it that, you know, they don't like. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, it's like the most absurd story I've ever heard, bar none. I mean, and there has been some absurd news items in the past few years, hell, in the past few weeks, the past few months. But to me, this sticks out. It's because it wasn't the actions of even a real person. He's controlling a character in the game to commit the act. So, and it's digital. It's in the game. It's not real. It's a fictional story being played out on a screen being generated by an electronic box on a hard drive or off of a disc. This is not actually happening in real life. So it's like, so was this sort of an illegal action according to YouTube? Was this against the rules? I mean, I don't understand. It's one thing where I could see that if you sit here in a video and you say something and it's perceived to be against the community guidelines, that's already sketchy, off, you know, because it's very hard to sometimes match certain things to the guidelines. But when it's not even you, and it's actually just in a game and you're not even the one committing the act, I mean, I just need to ask, I mean, which of the guidelines did he break? What rules was he violating there? And you could say, well, the guy got reinstated, but the thing is, look at the response. First of all, why did it even happen? And second of all, the response that YouTube gave, that they realized that sometimes their content creators make mistakes. He made a mistake, guys, by playing a game, streaming it, and trying to be funny and to entertain his audience, which is usually the reason why a YouTuber does what they do, is usually to entertain others. So, you know, I guess that's not wanted. Now you're going to say, well, of course it's Brad, it's what he did, you know, it's because he attacked the female NPC, and that's really all that it is. It's a message, it's a narrative. It didn't fit in with, you know, the PC culture currently going on here at YouTube. So I guess that's what he violated, but it's just so stunning that this is the first time I've ever seen this, where it's not actually being perpetrated by the individual himself, but by a video game character. I don't know what to tell you guys right here. This is one of the most stunning, most retarded things I've ever seen in my life. One of the most stupid and idiotic news items I've ever seen. But I feel it's very important, and it was important to share this because it shows that SJW culture and PC culture has no bounds. It's only a matter of time before, you know, we're going to be prosecuted and held responsible for everything that we say, no matter what it is. Because I'm saying, from any perspective, anyone has an opinion. Everything is subjective from a certain perspective. So with that in mind, with that mindset that everything is subjective and everything is open to criticism, and you can find something wrong with probably the most perfect thing in the world, that shows that some of these policies need to be reevaluated. That you need to take a step back and look that sometimes people could be misconstruing things. They could be analyzing certain things from a cockeyed perspective that's not being realistic. And that's exactly what we got here in this story. We've got somebody who was wrongfully accused of doing something that he didn't even do. It was done in a game. And it's ridiculous because it's a fucking video game. I mean, that's basically what it all comes down to. It's a damn game. And if you're not actually doing something and you're just controlling a character in the game, it's like, it's like first-person shooters have been around for how long now? You know, close to 30 years almost it's going to be, and all of a sudden it's a problem. You know, and this might be a third-person shooter, but it's the same thing. It's a shooter, and, you know, there was complaints about violence, but I've never seen where you could get in trouble for playing it and streaming it. Now, I know it's the specific act, and I'm sure if he just streamed the game normally and didn't do this specific action to try to be funny, I'm sure he would have been just fine. But when you have to tiptoe around things and you have to overanalyze situations and kind of think ahead that much, especially when it's something that shouldn't even be offensive in the first place, then we got real problems. Then there's a problem with the website, because it's not fun to make content here anymore if we really have to watch what we say that much. If it's something totally just, you know, questionable and, you know, in very, very poor taste, you know, and maybe if, you know, he said certain things, you know, then I could start to say it, but it was pretty tame. It's pretty tame. And most people enjoyed what they saw because it was comical. It was done in jest. It wasn't done because he hated women or anything like that. It was because he found the NPC to be annoying. That was the only thing. And he was doing it to be funny. You know, that's basically what it was. It was a comedy video done to entertain others. Now, the whole problem is that everyone's just offended over everything nowadays, and that's why this happened to him. But it's a good thing that Shirrako is back. I just hope that he doesn't face something like this again in the future, and I hope he's alright and he can stream what he wants, as he has the right to do. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, you have a problem with what I had to say here, you could hit the thumbs down just as well, as at least you watched the video and you gave it a shot. You can hit the bell also so you get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. You can check out some of the other content I have posted here. And once again, guys, you know, this is a ridiculous story, but thank you for watching. Until next time.